Number the 1% rule. Why you're closer to fluency than you think. You've been studying English for months, maybe years. You've downloaded apps, watched videos, and filled notebooks with vocabulary. Yet when you try to speak, the words get stuck. When you listen to a movie, it sounds like mumbling. I know that feeling. I've been there. I've felt the frustration of knowing words but not being able to use them. I've felt the embarrassment of making mistakes. And I'm about to tell you something that will change everything you think about learning English. The problem isn't your intelligence. It isn't your memory. It isn't even the method. The problem is you've been lied to about what fluency means. You've been sold the dream of overnight transformation. When that doesn't happen, you blame yourself. You think you're not good enough. But that's not true. The difference between someone who becomes fluent and someone who gives up has almost nothing to do with intelligence. It has everything to do with consistency and the smallest actions you take every single day. Most people overestimate what they can do in a month and underestimate what they can do in a year. They want the big breakthrough. They want the moment when everything clicks, but that moment doesn't exist. What exists are tiny moments. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. A word learned while waiting for coffee. A phrase repeated while walking to work. Think about a baby learning to speak. A baby doesn't study grammar. A baby doesn't take tests. A baby simply listens and repeats and experiments and fails and tries again, thousands of times every day, for years. That baby improves by 1% each day until one day they're having conversations. No one gave them a secret formula. They just kept showing up, day after day. And that's exactly what you need to do. You don't need to study for 3 hours a day to become fluent. Studying for 3 hours is often worse than studying for 15 minutes. Your brain has a limit. It can only absorb so much before it starts rejecting it. After 40 minutes, your mind wanders. You're not learning anymore. You're just going through the motions. But 15 minutes of focused practice is pure gold. It's enough time to learn a few new words or listen to a short dialogue. It's so short that you can't make excuses. You can do it every day without burning out. The key isn't the length, it's the frequency. Here's the math. If you learn 5 new words every day, that's 35 words a week, 150 words a month, nearly 2,000 words in a year. 2,000 words is enough to have a basic conversation, enough to understand most movies, enough to read articles. These small actions, repeated every day, create a snowball effect. At first, nothing seems to change. But then one day, you hear a word and understand it without translating. One day, you construct a sentence without thinking about grammar. One day, you laugh at a joke in English before you realize it was in English. That's the moment you understand the power of 1%. But there's something even more important than the method. It's your mindset. Right now, you're probably telling yourself something like this: my English isn't good enough. I'll never be fluent. I'm too old to learn. Notice how your motivation drains away. Those words are poison. They're limiting beliefs that create a barrier around your potential. Those beliefs aren't true. They're just stories you've been telling yourself. You can choose to tell a different story. Instead of saying, I don't speak English well, say, I'm still learning. Instead of saying, I can't understand native speakers, say, I'm training my ear. Instead of saying, I'll never be fluent, say, I'm becoming fluent every day. One word changes everything. That word is yet. I'm not fluent yet. I don't understand everything yet. The word yet opens a door. It creates space for growth. It reminds you that learning is a journey, not a destination. You're not a failure. You're a student. You're in the middle of becoming good. The most successful language learners don't have any special gift. They've just mastered the art of not giving up. They fail constantly. They make mistakes every day. They've been laughed at. They've been embarrassed. But they kept going. They kept speaking. They kept listening. They did it scared. They did it imperfectly. They did it before they felt ready. You need to stop waiting until you're ready, because you'll never feel ready. Readiness is an illusion. The only way to feel ready is to act anyway. Starting today, do one small thing every single day. Just one thing. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. Listen to a podcast while driving. Read one article in English before bed. Write one sentence when you wake up. Change your phone to English for 2 minutes. Watch a YouTube video without subtitles and try to understand just 3 sentences. Pick one. Do it every day, forever. Make it so small and so easy that you can't say no. That's how habits are built. That's how progress is made. That's how English becomes part of your life, not just something you study. When you feel like giving up, because you will, remember why you started. Remember the dream you're chasing. Maybe you want to travel without fear. Maybe you want to connect with people from different cultures. Maybe you want a better job. Hold on to that vision. Let it pull you forward when motivation is low. Let it remind you that every tiny effort is bringing you closer. No effort is wasted. No word is forgotten. Everything you do counts. Everything compounds. Everything builds on what came before. You already know more English than you think. You have a foundation. You have vocabulary. You have grammar. You just need to trust yourself. Let go of the fear of making mistakes. Stop trying to be perfect and start being present. English isn't a test to pass. It's a tool to use. It's a bridge to connect with the world. You don't need to be fluent to use it. You can start right now with whatever you have. You can have a simple conversation today. You can read a short text today. Not perfectly, but a little bit. And that little bit is enough. Take a deep breath. Let go of the pressure. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop worrying about your accent. Focus on today. What's one thing you can do in English today? Do it badly if you have to. Do it with mistakes, but do it. Then do it again tomorrow, and again the day after. Slowly, without noticing, you'll get better. The words will come easier. The sounds will feel more familiar. The sentences will flow naturally. You'll look back a month from now and realize how much you've grown. You'll look back a year from now and smile at how far you've come. This is your moment, not when you become fluent. That comes later. This is when you decide to start, when you commit to the journey, when you stop waiting and start doing. You have everything you need inside you, the intelligence, the capacity, the potential. You just need to unlock it with consistent daily action. You can do this. I know you can. Not because you're special, but because you're human. Humans are built to learn languages. It's what we do. You learned your mother tongue. You can learn English too. Same process, same brain, same potential. The only difference is action. Take that small step today. Send that message in English. Watch that video without subtitles. Speak that sentence out loud. Make that mistake. Learn from it. Move forward. You don't need to be fluent tomorrow. You just need to be 1% better today than yesterday. That's the secret. Do that every day, and you won't just become fluent. You'll become unstoppable. Fluency isn't the destination. The destination is becoming someone who never gives up, who always keeps learning. That person is already inside you. Let them out. The journey isn't easy. No journey worth taking ever is. But it's simple. One small step at a time. One day at a time. Every step brings you closer. Don't stop. Don't doubt. Just keep going. One day, you'll wake up and realize you're there. That English that once felt foreign now feels familiar. That language that once scared you now empowers you. That barrier that blocked your path has become the bridge to your future. You can do this. You are doing this. You will succeed. Not because I believe in you, but because you believe in yourself. That belief, combined with consistent daily action, is the most powerful force in the world. Go forward. Embrace the mistakes. Celebrate the small wins. Enjoy the journey. That's where growth happens. That's where you become who you were meant to be. Take that first step today. Take that 1% step. Trust that the rest will follow. Just start. Just keep going. Believe in the power of 1%. One day you'll look back and be amazed. That day is coming. Your journey to fluency starts now.